this is Warhawk Beyond 2040, bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I wanted to discuss and share my thoughts with all of you about what took place on the July 15th, 2024 edition of Raw, involving Rhea Ripley and the challenge that she laid down for a match against Liv Morgan at Summerslam 2024, and the possibility of a screwjob taking place. So Rhea Ripley came out to open the show looking absolutely fantastic and came out to a huge pop. And even though she's still a member of the Judgment Day, she's more over than ever and very popular with the fans. So it looks like to me that WWE are going to be playing the long game with this, and it looks like we're going to see a slow turn to Rhea Ripley fully becoming a babyface. Now, I know she's already considered to be a babyface, but I still think she's kind of a heel in a way, but more like a tweener, so to speak. So she hasn't fully made the turn just yet, but the fans are loving her. They're happy to see her back. I'm really happy to see her back. She looks better than ever. I mean, she always looks great, but I think here she really looked phenomenal. And I couldn't help but feel that seeing her standing in the ring kind of brought back flashes of China from 2000, in terms of what her wardrobe was. And she looked great. And she didn't waste any time. She cut straight to the chase. She laid down the challenge to Liv Morgan for a match for the women's title at SummerSlam 2024. And Liv Morgan brought up a very good point. She mentioned that she helped Dominic finally get a win over Rey Mysterio, something that Rhea was unable to do before. So while Liv Morgan was more perceived as the heel in this situation, she did make some very good points. And while all of this is going on, Dominic is standing there in the corner like a naughty child who's just been caught with his hand in the cookie jar. So that was quite amusing. And you have to really ask, with this match taking place at SummerSlam 2024, could a screw job take place? Now, I've been seeing hilarious memes about let's do a custody ladder match with Dominic on the line. A funny callback to Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero from SummerSlam 2005. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see something like that, but at the same time, I wouldn't really want to see a rehash of that because we've seen it already. What I personally would like to see is this match be a street fight, because I think with such a personal feud between Morgan and Ripley, you need something big to just let these two ladies just go out there and just beat the crap out of each other. So I think this match should be a street fight. I think it lends itself to a street fight, and I think Dominic Mysterio should be the special referee. Now that could be really fun because even though Dominic will be calling the match down the middle, well, in his own way, you have to ask, who is he going to lean towards? His mummy, Rhea Ripley, or will he do the unthinkable, which I think is the one that is going to happen, costs Rhea the match and helps Liv Morgan retain her women's title intentionally this time. And there you could have the screw job. I said it before and I'll say it again. Just imagine the nuclear heat Dominic would get if he cost Rhea Ripley the match and the women's title, breaks her heart in the process, and hooks up with Liv Morgan. Those two would be the most hated couple in WWE. Book it. That's what I say. Book it. I think, with Dominic pleading and apologizing over and over again, I smell a betrayal. We all smell a betrayal. You know it's coming, and I think there's no better place to do it than at SummerSlam by costing Rhea Ripley the title. Her first match back. What a way to crush her comeback story. I think it just lends itself to that. A screw job taking place in a street fight. That's the best way going forward to get the fans to fully embrace Rhea Ripley as a sympathetic figure and ultimately she becomes a full-fledged babyface going forward. And it's not the first time that we've had a betrayal with shocking ramifications take place at SummerSlam. Go back to 1996 when Paul Bearer smacked the urn over The Undertaker's head, costing him the Boiler Room Brawl match against Mankind. We've seen these sort of things before, so I think it's time to go down that path once again. Have Dominic cost Rhea Ripley the match, betray her, and goes off with Liv Morgan. Now, does this necessarily mean that Liv Morgan joins for Judgment Day? Maybe, perhaps. I have said that before, but I think a betrayal at SummerSlam in Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan match, I say the time is now to pull the trigger, because you have to really ask, where's this story going? Is there going to get some sort of payoff for this? I think this is the way to do it. Betrayal. Because we can all see it coming. We all can. So anyway, that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What's your thoughts on Rhea Ripley challenging Liv Morgan at SummerSlam 2024? What kind of match do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be a street fight? Do you think a screw job could take place? What kind of match would you like to see it? Do you think Dominic Mysterio should be a referee of sorts? Do you think he will betray Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam and hook up with Liv Morgan, thus breaking Rhea Ripley's heart? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening. And Rhea Ripley, it's great to see you back, and look forward to seeing you in action at SummerSlam.